is unethical. This is unethical.
This is unethical.
Dirty Mouth Radio, Dirty Mouth Radio. This is unethical. This is unethical. This is unethical. Dirty Mouth Radio, Dirty Mouth, Dirty Mouth.
Dirty Mouth Radio.
What up? It's your boy Comedic Energy, and this is Dirty Mouth Radio. Dirty Mouth Radio produced by Live Watch Sound and Entertainment.
It's your girl Golden.
It's Sade.
Your boy Cray-New.
It was popping, people. It was really good. It's really, really, really good. We back with the virtual shit like we locked up again. But you know.
Locked up, they won't let me out.
But we up in here. What's popping, man? What y'all got on y'all minds?
I don't want to talk.
First of all, can we just say how this 5 o'clock getting dark got a sister ready to go to bed? Like, you don't want to be doing nothing.
Yeah,
like,
no bullshit. That is the truth.
I'm over it.
Hell yeah. What is
I
it,
want
like
to be
6
doing
o'clock
something
right now?
at 5 o'clock when it's dark outside.
This ain't the after dark show.
Yeah. Yeah, we had
But
that.
I'm not the perv.
We had
I'm
that,
not
what,
the
2
perv.
episodes ago?
Oh, let's not talk about that shit. I don't ever want to talk about that shit ever again. That is only for that show.
Yeah, you right about that shit, man. Damn.
Fuck, that shit was X-rated as
Yeah,
fuck.
it sure was, man. Oh, my goodness. I was embarrassed to put that shit on YouTube, yo. Oh.
If you don't know, you won't know.
Yeah, no
That's
bullshit.
Why was you Comedic, why you was embarrassed? Do your mom listen to the show?
Damn right, she do. She do. She
Oh,
don't listen to every
you know
episode,
what?
but she listens to
I
some
think-
of them.
I think secretly my mother be listening to that shit. She ain't said nothing, but every time I make a comment about a new episode coming out, she be giving me hella likes, and she ain't got no photo on her goddamn page on Instagram. And she think I don't see her fucking name, but I see it.
Oh,
It makes me look at her differently.
She's trying to support her baby.
I hope that's all it is. She's trying to grab those tips and shit.
Grab some tits from her baby boy.
His nasty ass. I knew his ass was doing that shit. Nasty fucker. Just a little nasty motherfucker.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, y'all been looking at the news and shit. Y'all been seeing all that bullshit popping off, man.
What's going on now?
So okay, so since we hear shit, I was doing some research, right? Shit, cause I'm been off this whole week living life on my little vacation and shit. I ain't really had shit to do.
Smoking cigars.
Yeah, you know it. So I was looking up about this whole vaccine shit, right? So let me ask y'all, well, I asked this after, right? So the research I was doing was dealing with the COVID vaccines, right? But I was comparing it to the flu vaccine because it made me think about what we were talking about last episode at Comedic Science, how everything has been placed on COVID, but everything else has been like disappearing. Motherfuckers ain't been talking about shit else, but COVID. So I was looking at some stuff online, some stuff on Google, some stuff on TikTok. So I was trying to get a good balance of, the media type articles like the Times and the Post and all that other shit, but also what people were saying and where they were getting their sources from. So pretty much what I got was the company Pfizer and BioNTech. They came up with a vaccine that is 90% effective, right? So they did a study, and they used 43,538 participants, and 42% of those people had a diverse background. And the actual test consisted of 2 shots, right? So it took 28 days for both of those shots to actually work. First problem.
28 days?
Yes, took
How
28
they know them
days.
shits work?
Hold on. So 7 days after the first shot, it begins protecting you from COVID-19. Okay?
How many days?
7 days
7
after the first shot.
Okay.
Okay.
So, like I said, it's 90% effective after the second shot is given. So, my thing is, with the flu shot is only 40 to 60% effective. We've been dealing with flu vaccines for 80 goddamn years. You come up with this goddamn COVID vaccine in less than a year,
In
but
less
it's supposed
than
to
a
be
year.
more effective. And then they talked about the long term and short term effects of this shit, the side effects. So they don't even know what the long term effects is, of course, because the shit ain't been out long enough. So that's another thing. We don't know what the fuck gonna happen to you in the next year after taking the shit. And then they say the short term side effects were only mild, but they don't ever want to say what the actual short term side effects were. You see what I'm saying?
Man.
So
Go ahead.
So, what I heard about it was like, unlike the flu vaccine, you actually get the virus.
Yeah.
You know, they inject you with the virus. But with this COVID vaccine, it is not the virus itself, it is the DNA of the virus. So it will attach itself to your DNA. So is that the research that you found?
I didn't get that
that's what
part.
I got.
I didn't get
That's
that
what
part.
I got. And I talked about that actually on Thanksgiving. Well, we call it Grateful Thursdays now. We didn't change the name. We can create our own day. It ain't
Yeah,
Thanksgiving
damn
no
right.
more. It's
Family
Grateful
Day. Family
Thursday.
Day. Yeah.
Family Day, Grateful Thursday, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
But I got what you said, Golden. The DNA attaches to you. So my thing is, if you're attaching some DNA to me, y'all don't know how that's gonna make me react.
Exactly.
Like I could be a whole total different person.
So if you
And
sit
it
in a
will
period,
affect generations to come as well.
exactly, because it's DNA. So now it's genetic.
Man.
Exactly.
Like that's a
Oh my
fucking
gosh.
problem. That causes evolution.
Oh my gosh.
You see what I'm saying? So, but then it
my
goes
God.
even deeper than that because I started looking at the company itself. So Pfizer is really the only company that's ever said they were gonna, well, not say that they weren't gonna gain profit off their study.
Not
So,
gonna gain profit.
yeah, a lot of these companies, when they do stuff like this and come out with these vaccines and things like that, they always, a lot of them have always said, well, we're not going to try to profit off this. You see what I'm saying? They go off the recognition.
gosh.
That don't mean they don't get money from it, but they weren't trying to sell it. That's the key thing. So Pfizer, hold up, Pfizer, they made $13 billion off this shit, off the patents. Okay? And they're monopolizing. That's the key
Can
thing.
I just say what the fuck I'm about to say?
Hold up. I ain't finished though.
You don't gotta finish, son.
I
It's about to be-
I
it's
gotta
about to-
finish this shit. Because
it's
the
about to
listeners
be
need to hear
over.
this, son. The listeners need to hear this shit. So, like I said, they
We already
making
know how this
13.
play out, son. We seen the movie.
But this is also the thing.
Have y'all seen
80%,
World War Z?
80% of the vaccines that Pfizer already created are already taken. And they're taken by rich countries.
Have y'all
So
seen
what does
World
that
War Z?
mean? That the poor countries are gonna suffer. You see what I'm saying? So they said Pfizer doesn't even have the capacity to keep up with the demand. They don't.
They don't. That's because they don't care about the demand. Everybody about to die, nigga. It's about to be zombies out this bitch. What the fuck? You just explained like 7-10 different fucking movies all in one time, nigga. We didn't seen this shit time out. They attaching cells to your fucking DNA.
It's a
That's
problem.
called mutation, son. You don't.
That
It
is
is.
mutation. It is mutation. So there is another company though. They said that theirs is 95% effective, and their company is Moderna. But I don't have enough information on there. Now the one girl I did see on TikTok, she was comparing the two companies, and she said with both of those companies, it's kind of going to come down to logistics, because I think Pfizer, when they have that vaccine, it has to be stored in like negative 75 degrees refrigerator. But she was like, what companies out here actually have a refrigerator that can sustain that actual vaccine? You see what I'm saying? So now that you created it, now we got to focus on how we gonna store it, how we gonna disperse it.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
hospitals don't have that
They don't
capability.
exactly. So what are they gonna go with? That's what it's gonna come down to. But I feel like all of this shit is kind of, and I hate to take this route, but I feel like there's a problem with this, all of this, especially the releasing of it. Now you release this shit right after an election. Like, it's funny how all of this political shit plays a role in how they fucking do this shit.
Yeah.
Like, y'all motherfuckers really had it and held on to it and waited. Like, we don't even know how long they actually said they had it. That's what's getting me. So people been dying, and this is the only way you can think about it. People been dying while y'all had the vaccine the whole fucking time. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's not even a real vaccine, son.
Man, it's like I don't. So I guess my question with all this is, will y'all get the vaccine if y'all needed it? Now this is the key thing. Like, if you have COVID and you're having the reactions with that and you are in the hospital, are you taking that vaccine or not?
No.
You wouldn't.
No.
I mean, if you're in the hospital, you probably are not going to have a choice. They probably, especially if you're sick, they probably going to put that in.
Yeah, you still got a choice to do it. You still got a choice.
Though. Policy is not law.
Yeah, exactly. They can't force that shit on you. Now, I was looking at shout out to Rizza Islam. He was talking about New York. New York is actually trying to make it. They're trying to pass this bill that's going to make it mandatory for schools to actually give these vaccines. I don't think he actually said the COVID vaccine, but he said other vaccines without parental consent.
Without permission.
Yeah. So he was like, yo, this is a problem for people who support vaccines and people who are against it, because it's the fact that you don't have any say-so. He was like, so you have to fucking fight, whether you're on either side.
Homeschool, nigga.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's what we were talking about on Grateful Thursday. Like, if it come down to it, because what I feel like they're gonna do is they're gonna try to give it to these nurses first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they're gonna give it to the soldiers first.
Nah, they're not gonna give it to the soldiers first. They're gonna give it to the wealthy first. The wealthy are gonna get it before anybody, dog. The motherfuckers in power gonna get that shit first.
They're gonna give it to the military first. The military is the test subject for everything. We already get that shit. Soon as they put their name on that dotted line, nigga, they are subjected to any motherfucking test that the military wants to fucking give.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but you don't think these wealthy motherfuckers gonna get it first? But you know what? I think they'll get it first. I think they'll get it first, but the strain gonna be different though. That's the thing. I think they gonna get what they call the cocaine, and everybody else gonna get the crack. You see what I'm saying?
They're gonna get the conclusion of all the test subjects who then fucking took the goddamn shit first. They gonna wait.
But you got Obama, Bush, and Clinton. They already said they're gonna get the test and they're gonna do that shit publicly, so it'll kill all the speculation.
Man,
you really think they getting the test?
No, right. They could be getting the flu vaccine or anything.
Yeah, that's true
that's
too.
Just the Cokes nigga. That's just the Cokes niggas into doing that shit. What the fuck?
I
feel
you. The Pepsi commercial.
Been a game forever, so they just doing that. So hey, I'm taking it, guys. No, that shit don't work.
That's like football players eating hamburgers from McDonald's on fucking TV and shit. Nobody eat that shit. You drinking soda after you play basketball, nigga? Come the fuck on.
I got a question for y'all.
What's up?
I got a question. So, all right. So what we were talking about is when it comes down to it, if they make you get a vaccine. So say you gotta get a vaccine to keep your job, what you doing? I already told my family, be warned, y'all gonna be taking care of me because I ain't taking it.
Same here. Same fucking here. I'm not taking that shit. You can kiss my ass.
They gonna try to give it to me, and I'm gonna give them my dick. I'm like, oh, okay, you want me to take it? How about this? Suck my dick. because I've been needing some for a while. You can just fuck off. Here's my whole entire penis. You can just suck it. And I'm not taking
But
it.
yeah, no. I told my family today, we was talking about, I was like, y'all be prepared to take care of me because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting it.
I feel
Especially depending on where you work.
you. Yeah. Yep.
Then it's the schools for the babies, so it's gonna be a lot of homeschooling, or y'all gonna be subjecting your babies
Yeah.
to,
Like,
get the vaccine.
But that's
Being
going to be a
woke-
battle in itself too, because now they're going to
Yep.
figure like, because it's already this at this day and age. When you homeschool, you get past a lot of shit. So I wouldn't be surprised now if they try to think, okay, how can we apply this shit to homeschooling as well? You see what I'm saying? Like you can get past
you-
a lot of
if-
shit
but how
homeschooling.
Could you?
If you want to play a
But
sport,
I mean that question right there is what we always been saying throughout the course of history, and they found a way. You see what I'm saying?
they gonna try to implement it and give it to the athletes and shit.
I don't
Like
know.
if you want to play a sport and shit, if as a homeschooler, if you want to play a sport as a homeschooler, you got to play through like a school that does that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know how
Yeah.
all the players they be having to take fucking tests and all that shit and get shots and all that shit for football and all them physical sports and stuff.
Yeah.
They'll put that shit in there. But I'm not, nigga, fuck that. I'm not about to be no fucking zombie and shit on purpose.
That's what I'm saying. You're injecting DNA, so you don't know how that's gonna make
That
you
shit-
react.
This shit can
that's
have
true.
tiger blood in it and fucking ants and shit.
Well, it already be having fetuses and all that in
Yeah.
the vaccine.
That
They
shit
trying to
crazy.
give niggas superpowers and shit, make super soldiers and shit out here.
They trying to do
Fuck it.
something, yeah.
I'm already Superwoman. I don't need that.
Although I wouldn't mind having like the ability to teleport and shit. You know?
I think that
You
shit
know,
crazy, man.
That's all they gotta say. Oh, this could give you superpowers. And I was like, oh, okay, fuck it.
Now, I've said it on the show before, man. There are some alternatives, and it's funny because I was reading something somewhere where it was kind of like a holistic site, and they were saying, anything that goes on the earth can actually cure. So, I mean, there are a lot of holistic approaches to combating COVID, man. And
Well, of course.
I said this on, I think it was like 5 episodes ago, man. There was this dude on there. He actually said boil some water and put a little pink Himalayan salt in it, and take orange pills and like lime pills. Boil it all and just steam your nose, man. He said it can't survive it survives in cold climates. So if the entry point, the coldest part of your body is your nose. So if you heat that up, it goes straight to your lungs, man. So
If it's surviving cold, then why have niggas been catching it all summer?
I mean, that's a good question too.
But that's because the people's immune systems are weak.
Yeah. Now, that's the
immune
key.
systems are weak. That's
Yeah.
really what it is. But it does not survive in warm climates. That's why you got to drink, especially now because it's getting cold. You need to be drinking your teas all the time. Still need to be going outside. And you don't need to be having that fucking mask on all damn day.
And
People
flying
driving-
across the goddamn galaxy to go see your fucking parents and shit. Stay your motherfucking ass at home. Don't nobody want to see you at no goddamn airport. What the fuck?
Say it again, Craig.
Stay your fucking ass at home. Shit, nobody want to see your fucking ugly ass and shit. Walking with your little naked feet, trying to come through the airport, trying to go see your fucking friends and shit. Little fucking vacation. Fuck your
Yeah,
vacation,
that's
bitch.
true. That is
No,
true.
but yeah.
I don't want to get.
Take them damn masks off. People be driving in a car by themselves with the mask on.
Yeah,
What?
I
You
don't
scared of
get that.
yourself?
I
Are you
don't
scared
get
of
that.
yourself?
Right. I see people walking down the street by themselves with the mask. I'm like, why they got the mask on they outside?
Man, being woke,
Like,
being
breathe
woke is scary
in
as
the
shit.
fresh air, people. Breathe the fresh air. Ass gonna come out the damn house. Been in here all your life.
Mm-hmm.
Since COVID didn't started, damn mask gonna come outside. As soon as it's supposed to be over, ass gonna get sick.
Man, being woke and being knowledgeable, that shit is scary as fuck, son.
Mm-hmm.
No, because you just always paying attention, and then you be mad as fuck. Like I just pissed off. Like y'all really, I how I know this back then?
Right.
Like I've been pissed,
Mm-hmm.
That
but
shit,
now it's like,
it fuck you
like,
up.
why you ain't mad like me? Why you ain't mad like me? I'm pissed.
It's like being stuck in the upside down, man. You just in a room. Just it's like you in a room that niggas just painted before you was born and shit. Like it got history all on the walls and shit, but you don't know because the shit just got paint on it and shit. And then like soon as you one day you just doing some shit, you fucking around and you scuff the paint up and you like, oh shit, what the fuck is that? And then you start peeling off paint and shit. You like,
Some damn history.
Yeah.
Like, oh
Yeah.
shit, y'all
Is this
tried
a
to
door?
cover my eyes.
Is this a fucking door? What the fuck is this? Though? Like, I seen some shit. Have y'all ever seen Doctor Strange and shit?
Doctor Strange.
He is a superhero from Marvel.
Yeah.
Comics.
I did see that one.
So in the fucking movie and shit, it's this part and shit. Like, you know, everybody know he a doctor and whatever and shit. So anyway, he gets into a car crash and fucks his hands up. He
Mhm.
goes and see this fucking monk and shit. And he goes around the world trying to find somebody who can heal his hands. He finally found somebody. He goes see this monk and he's sitting with this monk. And this monk tells him, she's like, you got all of this knowledge, but you've been looking at the world through a keyhole. And like, my head has always been boggled by that concept, looking
Yeah.
at the world through a keyhole.
Yeah.
And it's like, what does that shit mean? And it's like, it's like looking at a television, right? All this shit goes on inside of the television, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest movie ever and shit. But we never dare to actually implement ourselves, take ourselves out of that television, open that door, and go out into the world and experience that shit for ourselves and shit.
Yeah, that's
Like once
deep.
she unlocked that door,
Mhm.
she took his ass through a whole bunch of motherfucking shit, and it just blew his fucking mind to the point that he was just weak and feeble, and he was just crying and shit. He was like, you know what I'm saying? And he couldn't believe it, but he wanted more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wanted to experience that shit.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. Like when you start looking into this shit, you don't want to, but then it's like, I can't be stupid. You know, I
Exactly.
can't walk around knowing, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you
Yeah.
gotta know the truth. You
And
know?
then you gotta feed the next generation too. Like the stuff that you learn, and you gotta pass it on.
Yeah.
Like I was looking, today at a lot of stuff. Today was my self-care day. I did absolutely nothing, and it felt wonderful. But I was looking, and it was a lot of stuff about birth, home birth for women, and like the stuff when women are giving birth. No, I am not with child. Let me clear that up first, because people be like, "Oh, you." No, I'm not with child. But the womb is just like so important to me, of course, because I'm a woman. But it's just like so much that goes into that, and like that's like your temple, so you really have to take care of it. But a friend of mine had sent me something on IG, of course, but it was about King Louis XIV, who ruled, and how why women started giving birth on their backs, because he was just so amazed, and he would ejaculate to women giving birth.
That
Bruh.
stuff just blows
That's
me.
fucking disgusting, bro.
It is. And history
That's
shows
crazy as
before
shit.
him ruling during the 17th century, women would give birth upright or like sitting in like birth chairs. But he was just so amazed with it. He changed it where women started giving birth on their back so he could ejaculate to the women who was, having his children. He had 22 kids. And that's why women, have now a lot of women who don't have doulas and stuff like that are usually giving birth on their back. And that's like the hardest, because that's why they getting
You're going against gravity.
Exactly.
Damn.
Exactly.
Dog.
That is fucking crazy as hell. How you beat your meat to that shit? Ugh.
I can't stand you.
That is nasty, son.
It is.
Like, Yo, somebody should have slapped the shit out of his ass hard as fuck. Just slap him in his fucking mouth. Like, what the fuck you doing?
That's
Get
the
out of here. What are you
that's
doing?
the Donald Trump of their time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was about to
Oh.
say, ain't nobody gonna go against him back then. It's the
Yeah,
king.
yeah.
You
He's
hear
the
about
king.
all of these kings and shit? They was some sick ass motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, that's some sick shit.
Ugh.
That really
And
is
most
sick.
of them European, and they called us barbaric.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know.
Right.
There's some African kings that was nasty as fuck too.
Yeah, it was. It was
Them
on both
niggas did
sides.
some nasty shit too. A lot of motherfucking kings just everywhere are nasty. That's
Yeah.
just rich.
Yeah.
Whether you got niggas who got money, are just nasty to me. I'm sorry.
Man, I feel you. I feel you on that shit. That shit
they
is sick though. That
they
shit
get
straight
bored.
sick. Mm-hmm.
They get bored. They get bored. They got so much money, nobody tells them no. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just like they go from one thing to the next, and and then that shit just starts trickling down to all the regular people and shit. And then next thing you know, we got motherfuckers tying niggas up and putting vibrators up their butt.
Oh, come on, man. Go ahead, man.
Oh,
Go
Lord.
ahead with that shit, dog. Oh, my goodness. I think that was a good fact that you put out there, Sade, because I don't think a lot of people knew that. That you give birth standing up
Of
rather than
why
sitting down.
people give,
It makes sense though.
it's just better. Your baby needs to birth. It needs to be moving through your pelvis, and you laying back, you're restricting the movement for the
Yeah.
baby or
Yeah, you
whatever.
trying to push it.
Wow.
I wonder, like, what's the difference? Like, what kind of mouth? Like, how much healthier would it be to give birth standing up versus giving birth laying down? Like,
It's
what?
easy. They say it's easier. Like, it cuts your time down. From you laying on your back, it's more pressure and all that stuff. So if you like standing up or like water births or on your knees,
Yeah.
like you're in a position to squat and you're like, if you're laying down on your back, it could take 12 hours for labor. Whereas sometimes they saying when you upright, it could be an hour, 2 hours. Like it's just
Wow.
a shorter time
Yeah.
or whatever.
That's interesting.
And that's why a lot of women get them epidural shots or whatever because they on their back and they don't really know the doctor is telling you, no, you need to be on your back. They don't really,
Yeah.
And once you get the epidural shot, it's not like you really can move because it's kind of like, I ain't never had a baby, but did you have it, Golden?
Yes, I had an epidural, and once you get it, you don't feel
They say
anything.
you can't, and
Really?
they were saying,
Word.
like, once
You don't
get
feel
it,
anything
can't
from your
move.
waist down. You don't feel anything.
So
They
can
were saying
you?
you can't move
My
when you get it.
I
after you get
wonder
it.
if that affects like your sexual like desires and shit. Like later on.
What?
Do you,
No,
oh
it
my
works.
gosh, this nigga,
I
man.
don't know. Come on, man. I'm just asking a damn question.
You ain't thinking about no damn sex when you pushing no baby out. That's the father.
You was thinking about it before you pushed the goddamn baby.
You're right.
Thinking about it.
They
Oh, you
paying attention.
just not thinking about it in the right way. You like, you motherfucker. You fuck me. And I'm Pinky boy.
My
No.
question would be,
it wears off though, right, Golden?
Right,
Like,
right.
Okay.
But
So-
like, it doesn't take like a toll on your body, like nothing like with your, your nervous system and,
The only thing is that they want you to be really still because they do put it in your spine.
Fine.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah, I did
Yeah,
hear
and
it
it's a
goes in the
long,
spine.
it's
Yeah.
a long needle, but you
Yeah.
push
I
it
said
down
they
the
said
spine, and then they numb your. They put some I guess they put like some anesthesia or something on your back to
Like
numb
Novocaine or some shit.
the area, and then they
Mm.
put
Yeah,
long ass
but they
needle on
say
your back.
once you get the epidural, you can't move. So that's why they say, like I was reading on this doula page, like if you want to do an upright birth, let your providers know ahead of time because once they give you the epidural, you can't move.
That's what I was getting ready to ask. Can you request to stand up rather than to lay down?
You can request. Well, of course they try to,
Yeah.
these doctors they try.
Yeah, and,
to,
and the
Yeah.
way they have the rooms and stuff set up, you're not gonna. You
this
have
hurts.
to have that
Can I
stuff
stand, please?
premeditated. And
Go
you probably
ahead,
have to
Craig.
talk to your doctor about that before you go in because
Yeah.
the way they have the room set up, you're gonna be laying down. They got your feet up in the stirrups.
So
Yeah.
you ain't gonna want
mirror
to.
there
Yeah.
so you can see the baby crowning and all that stuff.
So I guess that's
Can I
why it
get a
would be
chair?
better to go with a doula than it would, if you prefer
But
to
your
do it that way.
doula can come with you too. I guess like to the doctor. But when I was reading into it, it was saying like you need to let your doctor know ahead of time. Like I don't want to have my baby on my back so they know and prep everything a certain way.
So what would be
Right.
the difference between a doula and a midwife then? Like the midwifery stuff? Like, is that the same as being a doula? That's a
don't
good.
know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
We'll
know.
have to look.
I know that
Maybe we
we
can
work
get
with
a-
somebody
maybe we can
that
get
the
on
midwife.
here.
I mean, the
Yeah.
doula.
Maybe we
I
can
thought
get
a
on
mid-
here.
I thought a midwife just helps take care of the mother while she's going through the whole pregnancy process.
That's what I was thinking, and doesn't have the actual training
and a
to
doula,
do.
a doula is
The doula actually
Yeah.
gives
Does the
birth, like helps
yeah.
you give birth.
But we could.
So,
I think you and I got somebody in mind that we can get on here to kind of talk about.
Yeah,
that.
maybe we can get her Divine. is it
Yeah.
Divine Vessel.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to Divine Vessel. Maybe we can get her on here to talk about the doula situation. But yeah, I am so intrigued by it. Like,
Mhm.
I was learning so much. Like, they were saying,
Oh, you prepping, huh?
yeah. I mean, I'm getting myself ready because, I'm getting me a doula. I ain't playing with these doctors. Y'all won't have me up here. My baby crazy.
I'm getting
Uh,
myself ready too.
Okay.
It's gonna take a lot of work. Take a couple months.
But they were saying, now,
Nah,
Sean, did
bullshit.
they put, well, Golden, sorry. Did they put the ointment on your baby? Like back in the day? Because your baby, she a grown woman now.
What kind of ointment we talking about?
Like, the ointment that I guess they put on the baby's eye when they come out, it's called, like, they say they put it on the eye so the baby don't get pink eye.
They probably did, because once they cut the umbilical cord, they take the baby to the side and clean it up. So
Yeah, they're not taking my baby.
you can't see what they doing.
Yep, they not taking my baby. I was reading on the doula page. Don't let them take your baby, and you gotta have legal paperwork. Yeah, they not taking my baby. So they put the ointment.
I mean, it's not like they take them out the room, but it's like, to the side. It's not right beside you. Then they bring you the baby back when it's cleaned up.
So that too, they're not supposed to clean your baby. So when the baby comes out, I've been doing my research, guys. I'm excited about this. So they're not supposed to wipe all that stuff off the baby. They say that's like a coating for the baby to protect the baby from bacteria in the world. Like, you're supposed to give your baby a bath like 24 to 48 hours, and you're supposed to give your baby the bath.
Oh,
No.
Sade, you can have that.
Wow.
I'm not up here cuddling up with no baby with
okay.
afterbirth only.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, no. Have you seen the baby come out?
Yes.
Oh, no.
But if that's the
I'm
protective
okay.
coating, I mean,
That's a protective coating.
Okay.
Nasty as fuck. Shut up, comedic.
my thing is,
about to be laying up in the bed with the fucking bloody ass shit.
The baby gonna be wrapped up.
you right.
And you gotta feed it.
Baby got shit all on his head and piss. Ugh. Your ass up. Bloody baby, you gonna sleep on the floor, boy. You get out of here.
I feel you though, Sade. That shit makes sense.
No, but if it I'm just saying, because that ointment, trying to go in, why I was asking was because they say that ointment is only for if a woman has, at the time of birth, has gonorrhea or chlamydia. I guess it helps the baby. So if you don't have gonorrhea or chlamydia, they don't need to be putting that ointment on the baby eye.
Ah.
I just want to know how much of a difference it make. Like, cause they rub that shit on my eyes. Like,
That ointment is called erythromycin too. Just for
Like, what-
anybody
how-
who wants to know
how
and want to
much-
do their own research on it.
How
You said it's what now?
It's called erythromycin. Yeah, if anybody, want to do their own research on it. But yeah, they say if you don't have chlamydia or gonorrhea, then it's honestly no reason why they need to be putting that on your baby eye. It's like an
I guess my thing is, I just want to know how much more powerful would I have been if my mother just had like a natural birth.
And left you with the afterbirth on you.
Right. Like, would
Probably
I
be
like,
smart as
would I
hell,
be-
man.
would I be a different dude? Like, would I be taller and shit? Like,
Taller.
Would
No.
not
Be a superhero, son. You be a straight superhero out here.
would I have kept
Super
growing from
cray.
the age of 12?
Super cray.
Super cray.
Like,
Damn.
for real. Like, did that happen to Shaq? Did his mom have like a natural relationship? And that's why he just like ultimate size, man. And shit, you know? That's fucking cool.
That's crazy, man. Oh man.
I wonder that about like circumcision and stuff like that too. Like, if you just let everything happen naturally and shit, like how would people?
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh
know,
yeah.
And
I
you
was
got that
kinda watching
turtleneck on.
that too.
What was you saying about that, Sade? You got something on that too?
No, I was looking at it and it was saying a parent on this page I was looking at was saying how they botched her baby. Like,
Oh yeah, that
like,
could happen.
They botched her.
yeah, like
what's that
botched the
mean?
baby, the son with the like circumcision and stuff.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Sometimes accidents happen.
Wait, they fucked
What
his penis?
happened?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't.
They cut his
go
dick
into
off?
it.
Yeah.
No. Why y'all got? This is supposed to be educational. Y'all got.
It is. I want to know.
No, seriously. It was Oprah did a show about this years ago, and that happened to the boy, and because that happened to him, they botched it or whatever. They're trying to make this boy live his life as a female. They was giving him hormones. They was raising him as a female. You laughing, Craig? They was raising him as a female boy. He knew something wasn't right.
That is some fucked up shit.
Oh,
baby, you got a
shit.
point. You've always been a girl. I just don't feel like one, mom.
Exactly.
Shut up,
That's what
Craig.
he
That's
wanted.
that's fucked
I
up,
feel
son.
like a boy.
That's fucked up, nigga.
boy.
That is some fucked up shit, nigga. Oh my gosh. Are you serious though? Like,
I'm a real
oh my
boy.
god. So Sade, what is the correct way they should have done this then?
That I would have to get back when we get Divine Vessels on here and we come back. You know, it was a lot of information I was taking in today.
Oh,
But I didn't really get into
they
that.
tried to whitewash the little boy. You
Yep.
gotta
Shut up, Craig. God damn. Now, so I did hear about the whole with the placenta and when they get
Oh
birth.
yeah, they call it a tree of life. Yeah.
And
Also, now, Sade, would you keep
the
your
placenta.
placenta and eat it?
What?
eat it.
I don't.
What?
think I
Who the
This
fuck?
shit got
Oh
you damn
no,
far
yo.
would. And actually,
That
I was
shit
looking
got
at
too-
Divine.
It ain't no
Vessels,
peanuts.
So we need to really get her on here.
No,
I
some
think
people be take it and I don't know if how they do it, preserve it some way, and then they do integrate it in their food, and it's supposed to be medicinal or something. I don't know, but I'm not.
No,
doing
I don't think I would do that. But yeah, I don't think I would do that with a placenta. I'm not eating it.
I think
Can we
that's
not talk
sometimes
about
when lines get crossed between like spiritual and just straight weird.
And
Dang.
Straight nasty. That's
Yeah,
disgusting.
like I think that's
Oh,
when
Yeah, I
the
don't want to do that. I do a lot of healthy stuff. I do,
Yeah.
but I don't want to do
That's
that.
nasty. Come on now. Some shit you
but you know that the placenta does hold vital DNA,
Vital. Yeah.
right? And then and when you have
so does
when
pee.
you
But
have
are you gonna
birth
drink that?
what?
oh my
So does
god.
pee.
No,
So
no,
does urine.
don't
So
mind
does
him.
urine.
But anyways, as I was saying,
Oh, y'all just
when
want to
you
ignore
get
that,
birth,
huh?
Yeah.
hospital automatically take your placenta, like unless like Sade was saying, you tell them beforehand you have to have it legal documentation saying you didn't
Yeah.
want them to have,
They want.
Really?
They want, like.
because they probably taking that DNA, that good black DNA,
Exactly.
and doing whatever they want to do with it.
Selling it off. That's why you have to. If you have a doula, or like you're saying, you don't want certain things for them to do, like you got to have legal documentation going into your delivery. Saying nope, I want to my placenta. Nope, you ain't putting that on my baby eyes. All that, because they will do a lot of stuff, and they feel like because it's a policy that's what you got to go with, and it's mandatory, but it's really not. You just got to know. You got to have knowledge and know your right.
Damn, that's crazy. So I
Fuck
mean,
that.
it's
That's
shit
nasty.
like that you just don't know. Like that. Oh my goodness.
It's
So-
really scary, honestly.
What's her name? Is Divine Vessel? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Who we need to get on the show? Yes.
Yeah.
She is a doula here in Charlotte. Yes, we need to get her on the show.
Yeah. So people that maybe close to that time of giving birth, and you want to take that alternative, man, that's somebody you could reach out to.
'Cause-
She's on
yeah,
Instagram
'cause
and
we all-
Facebook and everything like that. So
Yeah, because we already know black women in birth, they don't treat us right.
yeah, like we was talking about at Comedic before, man. That's one of the warfare. And that's like medical warfare. You know, it's the war against the black baby, man. That's real.
It's not
stuff.
just black babies; it's all babies.
I mean,
Everybody baby going through this shit. It ain't just black people babies.
Yeah, that's true. You right about
White
that.
baby going through that shit.
Yeah.
But they say that, but they also say that black women are more likely to die during childbirth, and they don't listen to us when we tell them stuff is
We're
wrong.
in pain.
Yeah.
They will listen to
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
We're
races,
not getting
but
that
they
level
won't listen to
of
us.
treatment as a pink woman. We're not getting that level of treatment. That's why you have to go in knowing your shit.
Yeah.
And that's
That's
why
true.
doulas are very important right now. So when you can't speak up, they can speak up for you because they not listening to us.
Yeah. That's real talk, man. That's a lot of information, man. That was crazy. A lot of
That
that stuff
shit-
I ain't even know, man. That's some
A lot of
good.
this shit was just nasty as fuck.
Yes, ladies, take care of your
Ugh.
womb. And if you on birth control, stop it. Just
I'm
get
glad
off
I'm a
of it.
dude.
Just get
Yeah.
off of it. Don't give
Yeah.
out the wrong advice now, Sade.
No,
Man,
birth
what?
control is
That
not-
shit. That shit ain't natural.
Birth control
Hold
is
up.
Not
good.
natural, but
Stay
some
out of this.
women
You ain't
need
taking no
to
birth
be
pills.
protected.
You damn right I ain't taking no birth pills. Fuck that shit.
But-
Shit, the best birth
Okay,
control is say
Odin,
no, right?
Odin,
That's
Oh, they got-
100%
I think they got
effective,
a
man.
male birth control too.
Oh, I ain't taking this shit. I don't take pills. Fuck that
You
shit.
ain't never put on a condom?
What?
Oh, okay.
Next question.
Yeah. Got your ass too now.
I mean, but we've had this conversation before, and I still think it's the truth, man. The natural way of things is totally different than what we have put in place, right? Like,
no.
do you think? Okay, so let me ask you this question: do you think we should go towards more towards the natural state of things or the man-made state of things?
Natural. You know I'm for natural.
All right.
Okay, well, when it comes to this sex right here, it's so much. It's not like in the beginning of time when it wasn't sexually transmitted diseases, and you know, where back in the day where most men would be stand-up guys and take care of their babies. We're talking about 2020. We got a lot of rampant diseases,
But
and a generation that
Hold on.
I think Shada, you go ahead, then I follow up.
So my thing is,
I can't go after.
yeah, hold on. So I get it where you said don't give out bad juju and saying get off birth control. My thing is at this point in age, unless you're young, but at our age in 2020, we should not be having sex with fuckboys.
That's the truth. That's. I mean, think about it,
boy,
yo.
now
Not
you
doing it is
understand,
more 100% than birth control would be. Like, what the
I'm saying
fuck?
right now, anyways, I'm saying right now.
Fuck boys
Now
can't get.
younger kids, okay, they would need some birth control, but do not stay on birth control. It's people that have been on birth control for 15 and 20. Do you know how hard it's going to be for them to have a kid if they want to have a kid? And first of all, if you're on birth control, that don't stop you from STDs. If you're not going
Exactly.
to use a condom anyway.
Exactly. That's what
Right.
that's why I talk about the natural state versus the man-made state, man. Just like how we were just talking about with COVID, there's side effects to birth control. Like
Right.
that shit is not helpful. It ain't. It ain't fucking helpful. What's 100% effective more than birth control? Not fucking. That's the natural state
Now
of
who
shit.
doing
Don't
that?
fuck. Like, what the fuck? See, but I mean that's when that's when your free will come into play.
he was getting his freak on before he got on the podcast.
I mean, I didn't say it was me. I ain't have to use the birth control.
Right.
What the fuck? I just know when to pull the fuck out. Nigga, what the fuck?
He got pussy on a hanger telling people don't fuck. Shut up.
No, all I'm saying is what's more effective than birth control. I'm all for the natural state of shit. Fuck all this other man-made shit. Like what you just said, Golden, in regards to STDs and things like that. Like I said before, the earth has shit in place to fight any type of disease. There is shit in place for that.
Not for these new diseases.
Nah, there's a lot of shit. You don't hear too much of that shit going on in Africa and all them fucking places, man. You don't. They
Not
have
when they-
that shit, dog. No, that
Not when
shit
they
is
injected-
dog. The holistic approach. So
Nah,
let me
them people Africa got
let me hit you with something, man. Because this was before I actually started looking at the alternative to shit, right? So before I moved to Charlotte, right? I lived in DC. That's where I'm from. I worked at a hospital, right? And there was this patient. Now, the lady, I think she was Asian, but she was really holistic, right? So her daughter went to some country and ate something that was like really bad for her, and she was like really fucked up in the hospital and was damn near deaf, yo. And when people say these stories, I be thinking that they're a little far-fetched till I actually experienced being around her and seeing what was going on. So I worked as a transporter, but I also worked in the food and nutrition department of the hospital. So this lady, she always took the holistic side of things. She had her own little meal plan of how she wanted things, and it was nothing to do with the hospital. But the lady that worked there, the director, she was like, I will get these alternative things for you. She was there for a good year. After a year, she was good to go. She could not walk when she got up in there. She was damn near deaf. She came from the ICU. She just did the holistic treatments, and she got better. So that right there showed me, okay, the alternative methods to doing shit actually work. Because if she actually took the medical approach to that shit, she may not be here till this day. So if my thing is, but the problem that we have, we don't know what those alternative holistic methods are. That's the problem. You see what I'm saying?
The problem is when you go the holistic way, people don't like it. Takes a little bit longer versus you taking medicine that they're going to give you. That's just going to cover it up like a Band-Aid. Holistic way is going to take you way longer.
Right.
And people want the microwavable.
Yeah,
And that's the problem.
Yeah,
Everybody
people
wants
want the
immediate
people that-
gratification. You can't go for immediate gratification. That shit
But you
goes
can't
wrong
tell
every single
somebody that-
time.
You can't tell somebody some shit like that who been dealing with some shit like that for years that you can't just get immediate gratification.
But my thing
they've
is
been
this:
dealing
if
with-
you've
they've
been
been
dealing
dealing
that,
with
if you
sickness-
been dealing with that
Listen,
shit for
hold on.
years, and
They've
you
been
took the
doing-
medical
been dealing
approach and
with
it ain't
some-
work,
Hold up.
what the
Hold
fuck
up,
is the
Commander.
difference?
Hold up. You've been dealing with some shit since your ass was 8 years old and shit. Now all of a sudden somebody come and tell you, hey, we got a pill that can knock that shit out for the rest of your fucking life. You 27 years old and shit.
And you
know
take
what
the
I'm saying?
pill.
How you-
Wait.
how
You
do
need to
tell
keep going on
somebody
with the story. You take the pill and you have these side effects.
I mean,
Because it's a
but-
side effect that's gonna come to
but
that pill.
before- I understand that, but before that even happens and shit, you got it in your mind that they could take this shit away right fuck now. You're not thinking about the side effects and shit. You've been dealing with this shit for 25, 26
But how
years.
have you been dealing with that shit?
More conscious.
That's
I'm
exactly. How have you been dealing with that shit beforehand? That's the
But
question.
I'm speaking from a mind of a person who's not on the shit that you're on. You got to think about the
I
masses.
get it.
I understand
I
that part.
get it.
I
You
definitely understand that.
And then and comedic, like you were saying, this lady had to be in the hospital for a year. Now maybe she was financially able to do that. Other people won't be able to financially be able to be in no hospital for no year.
I mean, I see what you're saying. She would have been in there. She probably would have been in there longer if she took the medical approach. Is what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying.
My thing is just start a little by a little bit. Once you start, like, just ease your way, changing your diet, just little things. Plants heal everything in the earth that we eat. Like, can heal everything. Like,
Exactly.
somebody was just saying like high blood pressure ain't no joke.
I feel y'all.
Boom! I went right in her Instagram and was like, "Yo, you need to be drinking some hibiscus tea.
Yes.
You need to be eating some beets. If you can't juice, you need to get some beet powder. Eat pumpkin seeds, and minimize your stress.
Yes.
Like there is natural ways.
I
to do
definitely.
it.
How many
And
times?
you
How many
know
times
that-
did Prince say the detox, yo? He said that
But I
shit
feel-
throughout that episode. Just detox. Stop what
I
the fuck
feel
you
y'all
been
on
doing and do something
feel y'all.
different.
And do you know that the plants and stuff that we're eating has still been genetically altered?
That's true.
They ain't no, but that's the key thing. Ain't nobody saying nothing about a plant. Did we say anything about a plant? We talked about a holistic approach to things. Not everything has to deal with just that one plant that you may be talking about that may be genetically modified. There are other things out
I'm
here.
talking about food. I'm talking about the food that we eat.
I was talking about like herbs and things. I wasn't even just talking about the food.
But all that stuff is going, like all that stuff is grown. But I mean, like I understand what y'all saying. You're right. You're right. Holistic, approach is a lot better. But there are people out here. The masses don't want to go through that shit. Everybody wants the quick solution. You can't just stay here and be like, you know what I'm saying? You know that only a handful of people are going to go with the holistic approach, and everybody else is going to go the motherfucking medical approach because they just want the shit to be over
Well,
with.
then,
Nobody
hey,
wants to.
But
Nobody
that's
wants
up to the individual. That's up to the
When
individual.
I'm out here fine and 70 because I decided to eat my damn natural pumpkin seeds, and y'all want to eat
And that's
whatever.
the thing, yo. Everything is gonna be a journey, regardless. If you take the medical
It is.
approach, it ain't gonna clear up tomorrow. It's not. That's it. It's
By the
still
way,
gonna take time.
By the way, pumpkin seeds are also a dewormer. So if your dog has worms, give them pumpkin seeds.
I mean, but I'm
Yes,
just saying, like,
pumpkin seeds do help with parasites too.
Yeah,
Like if you
yeah.
eat, like, yeah. So yeah, shout out to me, y'all. Y'all better get some juice on purpose. Follow me on Instagram.
man, that's without a
Yeah, but
doubt,
no,
man.
I feel y'all on a holistic approach. But I mean, you just not about to sit here in a crowd of people and just get everybody to just immediately start being, because they got books, they got videos, they got everything. But people don't believe that shit. People still eating meat and thinking that meat is more healthy than just going like they can't get no protein without meat.
I
Like
mean, I feel you on
y'all
that.
gotta understand, niggas gotta understand that the animals that you eat for protein, what do they eat?
Exactly. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But they don't correlate that shit. They
Yeah.
understand, they hear that shit,
Yeah.
but they just think that magically when the animal eats the plant, it turns their body strong, and then
I
the
get
protein
strong.
just naturally turns into their skin and their muscles. Like, what the fuck? That doesn't make sense. You are what you eat. Like, if the
Yeah.
animal eats plants and shit, and you eat the animal, you're not eating the plants. You're just eating its waste.
Exactly.
No, I mean I ain't shaming nobody. I just feel like
Yeah.
everybody needs to be mindful and just gradually take baby steps. That's it.
That's
Like to be a better you. Like people complain about certain things, and it's like, okay, what are you doing?
And that's the same thing I'm saying. I'm not trying to shame the person, and I'm not trying to do like religion and press it upon somebody. But I don't like when people don't bother to even hear the person out that's trying to show you the alternative, because that's the problem I have. Everybody be like, nope, I don't want to hear that shit. But you don't
Yeah.
even want to hear the other information I'm trying to bring to you for a whole alternative, another side. So it's like that's the problem I have. You don't want to hear it, and you want to do that. So don't come to me complaining about the shit that you having when you don't want to hear the alternative.
And that's
You
what
just deal with it. You make your bed, you sleep in that shit. If you don't want to hear the other side, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what the brother from Comedic Science was saying. He's
Yeah.
like, it's gonna be some niggas in that tribe you gonna have to kill, nigga. You about to get us killed.
Yeah,
He needs to go.
exactly.
What's his name, brother Kim?
Yeah, brother Kim,
Yeah.
man. Like
Yeah.
I think that shit is really real, man. People gotta like at least listen to what the person is telling you, because you don't know how that shit is gonna change your life. Like
Yeah, I think-
Lou said it best. He said, "Yo, information is meant to be passed." Correct.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why we doing what we
mean-
doing now. We don't even know how many people we just touched in this episode, because we talked about 5 different things. This is information that we just passed on. You see what I'm saying?
And it was some good stuff too.
Yeah, like
You need to listen, cause soon as I say I don't eat meat, everybody's like, "Oh, you a vegetarian? You a vegan? Oh, how does that work for you? You know, you gotta eat. You gotta get your protein. You gotta." That's like, motherfucker, shut up. Like, you don't even understand how plants work. Like,
yeah.
you know, dog.
I feel you on that. Like that
Like
shit.
if people just take time and watch the Game Changers, that right there is a piece of, a window to
Where can they find it?
on Netflix. It's called Game Changers, motherfuckers. Everybody got Netflix. You know, you go on Netflix, you type in Game Changers, and it's a chick, she running like this and shit, and got food all in her body and shit. Shit like that. It's all over YouTube. People see it. They just don't want to. They like hamburgers and shit.
Yeah.
Yup.
I can't eat a hamburger no more, bro.
I feel
Okay,
you.
that's why I'm scared to watch the movie because
I mean, there's a
Oh,
bunch
because-
of joints
So
out
then
there.
you gotta get Get with it. But
I
you
mean-
be juicing. I be seeing you.
Yeah, like slowly but
You
surely.
know, I keep juicing and stuff and in my smoothies and stuff, but I still like fried chicken. Okay?
But see, like the thing is, there's so many good, healthy alternatives. Like chicken is not the best thing on earth. Like it's other shit out here that's
Okay.
way better than that, you know?
But see, what I would
name
say,
one.
what I say on the flip side of that,
I got a couple books I can give you.
like you like chicken, but there's other ways you could cook that chicken. But I also think that beef is worse. Pork is worse. So it's like,
yeah, I mean,
like they
kinda
said, it's key to do it in moderation. Chicken
Right.
every day ain't good, but if you moderate that shit, lower your portions, then that's helping you as well. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we gotta look at it from a bunch of different
There's
angles.
levels to this.
Yeah, but
Even
it's also
French,
slowly
it's a
but surely.
marathon.
It's just baby steps. That's what Sade been saying the whole time. And that's just that ain't directed towards you, Golden. That's directed towards anybody that's looking at.
There's no shade. I don't, I'm good.
Good
And y'all know I'm not eating fried chicken every day.
Mhm.
We know. That's
Yeah.
what I said. I see you juicing.
Yeah.
You taking the steps that you need to for you.
Yeah,
Everybody is different. So it's a marathon. Like I say, a little step here, a little step there. Keep piling up your good.
Yeah,
That's just, eventually, it'll add up to where you want it
Yeah.
to be.
that's real shit. Hey, well, this was a pretty good one, man. I liked it. Yeah, we did the damn thing on this one.
Y'all don't know how hard it was to get this show.
You goddamn right, man. Oh man, this shit was hard as
Don't
fuck.
go there.
We was about to have to reschedule.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
We was calling God. Come on, let her. Just let her.
It's all love. We love you. Hey, with that being said, this is your boy Comedic Energy.
Your girl Golden.
Sade.
Boy Cray.
All right, and we out. Peace out, peoples. Be safe. Eat right. Do what you gotta do. This show was produced by Livewire Sound and Entertainment. If you're looking to rent premium sound equipment for your next concert or podcast at a low price, go to www.livewiresoundent.com.
Dirty Mouth Radio.